Hello, so I'll do a demo. Ways to use this Mikawa nagura stone. This one is from Tanaka Toishi, and it is on the harder side, even for nagura. Not the hardest, but on the harder side. And in terms of grit, it's probably somewhere like an entry level to a medium level finisher. But I do have at least 3 other nagura that are finer than this one. So the first thing to do is I put it under water for about 1 minute. You could leave it there up to 5 minutes at least, so that it soaks up enough water, because it is kind of thirsty at first. Then when you're done with that, pretty much like with any stone, I like to start by making sure it's flat. Okay. And I'll rinse this stuff off, but normally when I'm gonna use it, I'll produce a bit of a slurry first, and then go at it. Not a lot. I'm not putting a ton of pressure here. But this is an easy stone to get that big time contrast, even though it's a different type of contrast than most Kyoto finishers. Let me dry it out, but really good polish right off the bat with that mud. So you don't really need much more. The only thing is that when I do it like this, what happens is it's a pretty fast stone in these conditions, and it does fogs up your core quite a bit. Now, I'll do the other side too. Pretty quick. And maybe you saw me changing the angle on the other side too. That's because this knife is grown with subtle convexity to it, so I'm making sure I hit every spot. So the last 3 millimeters or so out at a higher angle. And you cannot see with this camera probably, but I already see all the banding here on this cheek with this polish. so it's pretty good. Again, the core isn't particularly shiny, and I didn't blend that convexity on the core very well because I'm doing it very fast. But this stone is very capable of that, and I can see a lot of bonding. So super fast and super easy that way. Now, if we rinse the whole thing, and this is still fairly freshly lapped, you will see a bit of a difference here already with how the stone behave, and you'll see that it doesn't like to release as much mud as you would think, but because it's freshly lapped, it will still be releasing a little bit. I am putting a little more pressure than I was. Oof, that's some horrible moving of the camera. Maybe I should not put as much pressure. See, very thin mud, so it's not really putting up a lot of mud here. And what I'm getting is more details on the cladding, but getting the cladding a little bit lighter colored. The usual stuff, so you're starting to burnish a little bit with this, but still cutting quite a bit. Then I'll finish by rinsing this a few times, and then that will do a lot more burnishing. Sorry. But one thing all these Mikawa naguras have in common is they're very fast. However, they do lose speed quite a bit as you move up and start rinsing that mud out. Again, finishing with more water and trying to get to when that stone is not yielding anything. And in the parts that I have been working on, you can see that the stone is already not yielding anything anymore. But I can put a lot of pressure in there, and it doesn't really muck up my polish. Again, really good, easy, clean polish, and I can keep going up and making it brighter by repeating this process of rinsing any mud and adding some water. But this is already a pretty nice medium hard finisher style of polish.